Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am excited to play with new makeup. I haven't purchased anything related to makeup since Christmas for many reasons. I was on a no-buy, trying, to be reasonable, but on top of that, I'm 22 weeks pregnant, and during my first trimester, poof, I could not stand the sight of makeup. I could not put makeup on my face. So I haven't bought anything until, well, this week. I saw that Natasha Denona released the mini retro palette and the Bloom highlighting blush, and I could not resist. I found it so pretty. The color story of this little palette and the blush, they both looked really yummy, really appealing to me, and I was like, what the heck, I need something a little bit fun, a little bit exciting. So let's get it. So I just got it in the mail and I started to film for you guys. So if you want to see how I created this look and what are my thoughts about these two products, I also do comparison swatches, and we're gonna create this look. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can also follow me on Instagram. And without any further ado, let's get started. Here is the Natasha Denona Mini Retro Palette. Love the name, love the vibe, love the color story. And these are the shadows. So for the fans, there are already 3 repeats in this little palette. I have 2, to be honest. But now, if you don't have any eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona, I think this is so lovely. And obviously, I have 2 of these shadows and it did not stop me from purchasing this mini palette. I think the color story is so appealing for this spring and summer, to be honest, but like for this spring it's perfect. So we're gonna start with swatches. Galaxia. Very fine micro glitters in it, but have a little bit of a blue tint. Industrial. Look at that pigmentation, that's insane. It's a beautiful green taupe, like a metallic green taupe. 60s, looks like a cool tone military green. A vintage taupe, which is like that beautiful matte antique rose. And Pixie, which is a beautiful metallic rose. Very pretty shades. So these are the 5 shades of the mini retro palette. So what I already have, I have the Natasha Denona Star palette and I have the green brown palette. I don't have the tropic palettes in which you find vintage taupe, but I want to quickly just do a comparison swatch, although this is old, so maybe it won't swatch exactly the same, we'll see. But industrial is right here, so we're gonna swatch it very quickly next to it just to see if there is any difference so far, knowing about it. I had it for like at least 3 years, so might be a bit more dry or something, but let's just, out of curiosity, swatch it next to it. Yeah, I have a feeling it is slightly more pigmented, or more like a little bit darker. Might be because the palette is old, or maybe it's slightly different, maybe the formula, I don't know. And then let's see in the Star palette, Galaxia. These palettes are so beautiful, guys. I love these. 2 of them. I don't show them on my channel as much. Oh, this feels like way chunkier. Huh. Interesting, eh? There's a slight difference, like, so it might be because my palettes are a bit old. I'm really not sure, guys. They're very similar though. Like, so it's just the formula feels a tiny bit different. Interesting. Alright, I'm really excited to try it on. Obviously, I'm tempted to do just kind of a green look or a pink look. So you know what? We might use both together. I'm gonna dive in first into Vintage Taupe. This one cost $33 in Canada, and I believe it's $25 in the US. And I'm using a Wing Goss number 16. That's the first eyeshadow palette that got me excited since I got pregnant, basically, because for those of you who would know, I'm pregnant, I'm 22 weeks pregnant, and the first trimester was really, yeah, really bad for my makeup love story. I could not bear to put makeup on. So far it's going on very easily. It's not patchy at all. I just have a tiny bit of my concealer as a base, and I powdered very lightly with a setting powder. The brush picks up a lot. Yeah, as you can see, it's buildable. It's a very pretty color, like for an everyday makeup too. Very nice. I like that. I could wear that shade on its own. Let's pick up the shade 60s. I'm gonna go very lightly first and focus it in the outer corner. I'm using a Sonia G Crease Pro brush. I didn't pick much on my brush because I didn't know how pigmented it was. And I'm gonna work it into the crease too. Look at that, how just lightly dusted like that, it brings a bit of dimension to the lid, and those two shades together, you might be a bit afraid to mix them together, but look at that. It's so pretty for an everyday look. I love that. But we're going to intensify. Same shade, 60s. I love how buildable the formula is for the mattes. Beautiful. I'm gonna take my first brush and dip into Vintage Taupe again and blend it in the crease. Then you could use industrial, you could use any of those shades. You could do a total like matte look too. It would be super pretty. I'm gonna try Pixie with the finger. Could use a brush too. It's just with this kind of formula, I always love using the finger. It's very pretty, very soft. I'm sure if you use a dumb brush, it will be a bit more shiny. Let's use a little brush and place it in the inner corner, right? I want to press a tiny bit of industrial with my pinky right there. We're gonna use the 5 shades, guys. You don't have to, but I'm too excited. And I know industrial can be way stronger than this, but I'm barely tapping it. Such a pretty shade. Gives me spring vibes big time. Put Galaxia to link both shades. And it's such a pretty color when you look at it. Look at that. Beautiful topper. So I'm gonna put it in the center. Oh, yes. Love that shade. Love, love, love that shade. It looks wet. Like it's very, very pretty. And you don't really see those little blue micro glitters, but so I think I want to intensify a tiny bit. So I'm taking my Crease Pro brush again and the shade 60s. Just going to intensify the outer corner and kind of give like a cat eye shape. Just want to elongate a tiny bit the eye. And intensify the eye socket too. It's blending so easily. And all these colors together, it's so pretty. The color story is perfect. If you have a mirror a bit further away, look in that mirror and you can see that you make sure that everything looks good from a distance too. Now with a smaller brush, I'm gonna go under the lower lash line with the shade Vintage Taupe first. Such a pretty shade. And this is a Moda Pro smudger brush. I'm just doing the link here, creating that natural shadow. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna go to 60s and focus it in the outer corner. And let's see, I'm gonna try Galaxia as an inner corner highlight with my finger. It's very pretty. Blend a tiny bit. All right. And I'm gonna line my eyes, put some mascara on, and I'll be right back. All right, eyes are done and I love it. It's super soft, but at the same time, it's a smoky eye, but super ultra soft. I think for this spring, it's perfect. I'm gonna zoom you in. Before that, I'm gonna tell you what I used in my waterline. I used a Dose of Colors Dark Roast eyeliner. It's a plum brown, and I think it completed the eye look perfectly. So I'm gonna zoom you in. It bothers me that I don't have that light, but I'm gonna show you with the flashlight on this side, just to show you how sparkly it is. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love the formula. I love the color story. I love how those colors together, paired together, look beautiful. Those vintage colors, you know, those antique rose and that soft powdered green. All right, let's get on to the blush. I have baby hair growing, like this is, look at that. It's crazy. All right, for the Bloom highlighting blush, so this is the mini Bloom. I haven't touched it, I haven't swatched it yet, so we're gonna do that right away. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more light. There you go. This is how the Bloom Blush and Glow palette looks like. So they complete each other perfectly, I think. I think the light might be a tiny bit too strong. There you go. That looks really pretty. Okay, it's a nice coral shade. Oh, look at that, it's so pretty. It feels very creamy actually. It's a powder, but it's a pink coral, which I think is ideal for all skin tones because it's a mix of yellow and red, right? So, and pink, yellow and pink. It would be pretty as an eyeshadow too, actually. But let's see how it behaves on the cheeks. I might need a little bit more contour, but we'll see. Let's try with this brush. And I really like that there is a little mirror here too. Okay, I did one dab because I don't know if it's gonna be super pigmented. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Well, one dab seems to be enough. Oh, I love this color. And I'm pale right now. I used a little darker foundation today because I'm sick and tired of being pale. But oh, so pretty. Let's add a tiny bit more. That's so pretty, so pretty. And I like to put a tiny bit on the nose, not too much, but a tiny bit. Right here. Let's lower the light so you can have a, that's like basically daylight, like it's at its slowest. And I'm gonna zoom you in to show you the finish. I love it. More light. I love the finish. I'm gonna zoom out too, but here you can see the color here a bit better. Look at that. Because the foundation I'm wearing, it's not ultra glowy. Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad I got it too. Let's see on the lips. I have something already. I have a bit of a gloss with a little bit of my Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush. Just, let's see. Works too. Oh, I love it. I love the look. Guys, I haven't been excited by makeup for a really long time. Let it down, and the blush is $25 Canadian dollars, $26 in Canada. So yes, it's expensive, but you don't need much. It's actually really pigmented, and I like that it's like small like that, small and compact, that you have a little mirror. The packaging is really pretty. So it's a huge success, guys. I'm so glad for that, for my comeback to spending my money on makeup. I actually spend it on something that I'm loving. I love the eyeshadow palette. I think it's so pretty. Yes, there are some repeats here. Now, I don't know if you already own like the free palettes, or I have two, but as you could see from the swatches, it was not identical. Now it's maybe because my palette's a little bit older, I don't know, but the Galaxia shade in the Star palette definitely feels more chunky, and I think it was like that right off the bat, if I recall. And I love to have this in a little small one so I can take it when if I go somewhere in the weekend, when we'll be able to go somewhere. I love that. And the little blush is so pretty, and I think it could suit a lot of different skin tones because you can layer on the blush, and it can pack a punch too. There you have it, my friends. What do you guys think? Are you tempted to get this eyeshadow palette, or is it a pass for you? I know right now it's not a priority for everybody to buy makeup. I totally understand, but you know what? I needed something to get excited about, so that is exciting, and I truly am super happy. Okay, quickly, I want to compare the blush to the Bloom palette. I also have Natasha Denona Duo Glow in the shade Alba and Rayo, and I have NARS Orgasm, although as I thought, it looks way more pink when you look at it, but well, we're gonna swatch them anyway. So let's swatch the Mini Bloom. That's a Mini Bloom. I'm gonna take the Glow Cream Base from the Bloom Blush and Glow palette. the cream blush, which is super pigmented, right? If I do a swatch like that, but well, if I blend it, it could be kind of the same. It has more blue in it. Then I'm gonna swatch the Duo Glow, so way more metallic. And then I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more just to see the color. Yeah, so I would say this one is a bit more of a tangerine, kind of gold metallic hue to it. This one is really like a true coral. Now I have the Natasha Denona Duo Glow in the shade Alba, which when you look at them next to each other, the mini bloom looks a tiny bit more pink, but they don't look too far from one another. I'm actually going to swatch it next to it. You can really see, yeah, it's not too far from it, I would say. It's lighter and it has more gold and a true pink in it. It's a mix of, yeah, a peach gold and true pink, whereas the mini bloom has that real, like, wow, coral shade. For kicks, let's try Rayo, which looks way more pink. Rayo, see, Nars Orgasm. Way more sheer, but I know it's buildable. But there you go. I hope it gives you an idea. I'm gonna zoom you in one last time. And the eyeshadow is once again blended like butter, no problem at all. They paired beautifully. Like that green and that soft pink together is a delight. I'm so excited. And the blush on the lips, I think it's really pretty if you can pair it with a lip balm, so you have like a cohesive makeup look. I know sometimes it's hard to pair your blush with your lips or your eye look too. You can add a little bit of your blush to in the crease if you feel like it. Well, here it's a good trick actually. If you have a little lip balm on, just dab a little bit of your blush that you used on your lips, and look at that, it looks like cohesive. It's super pretty. I really like that color too, although, well, my lips were already a little bit pink, but try, experiment, and maybe you'll find something you like. But yeah, there it is, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what look you want me to create next. Maybe if you want me to use only the greens, or if you would like me to pair it with another eyeshadow palette. Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can also follow me on Instagram. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.